Welcome. Today is a combined lessons classes. The lesson 7 of Ganita Sutras Mathematics and lesson 79 of phase 14 of Uma Samhita of 5 space VMST are being taken up as a combined classes lesson, as in terms of it each one of us will be in a position to have a glimpse of the comprehensive view which need be taken to be face to face with the Vedic systems, the way Vedic systems take to the processing steps. Uma Samhita is the fifth Samhita. It is about goddess Uma. The enlightenment of Uma Samhita is in its very first lesson that Lord Krishna had gone to Upamanyu and, as advised, he had worshipped Lord Shiv for anugraha blessings, for the Lord Krishna to be blessed with a son. Lord Shiva, the transcendental Lord, was blissfully graceful upon Lord Krishna, and Lord Shiva, accompanied by goddess Parvati and Lord Ganesha and Lord Kartika, their sons, had appeared before the Lord Krishna, and this transcendental grace bestowed upon Lord Krishna had resulted into the blessings that Lord Krishna was blessed with his son Samba. Let us first of all be through these technical and conceptual terms. Shiv, it is of TCV value 12. Uma, it is of TCV value 14. Parvati, it is of transcendental code value 23. Upamanyu, it is of TCV value 31. Krishna, it is of TCV value 19. Ganesh, it is of TCV value 20. Kartike, it is also of TC value 20, and Samba, it is of TC value 22. These TCV values are very valuable information. Let us update our Vedic mathematics referencer as well as our transcendental code values dictionary by incorporating these 8 formulations: Shiv leading to TC value 12, Uma leading to TC value 14, Parvati leading to TC value 23, Upamanyu leading to TC value 31, Krishna leading to TCV value 19, Ganesh leading to TC value 20, Kartike leading to TC value 20, and Samba leading to TC value 22. Now let us have a focus upon this pictorial depiction of this enlightenment phase, that transcendental graceful moment when Lord Shiva, the transcendental Lord, accompanied by the goddess Parvati and further accompanied by the Lord Ganesha and Lord Skanda, Lord Kartike, before the Lord Krishna as a transcendental grace upon Lord Krishna, and as a result of this transcendental grace, Lord Krishna was blessed with a son, Samba. Now let us see to make two parts of it. First is the transcendental family of Lord Shiv with value 12, Goddess Parvati of value 23. It makes Shiv and Parvati both leading to TC value 35. Then the Lord Ganesh and Lord Kartike both of TC value 20 each, and therefore this quadruple, this fourfold manifestation of Lord Shiva's family as Lord Shiv, Goddess Parvati, Lord Ganesh and Lord Kartike. This quadruple manifestation of the transcendental phenomenon leads us to a TC value 12 plus 23 plus 20 plus 20, which makes 75. Let us have a pause here. Let us permit the transcending mind to be face to face with this combined valuation of the transcendental phenomenon of the transcendental family of Lord Shiv, Goddess Parvati, Lord Ganesh and Lord Kartike. This quadruple manifestation of the transcendental grace as such leads us to value 75. One shall have a pause here. Let us sit comfortably. Let us permit our mind to be face to face with this manifestation phenomenon of the transcendental grace as a transcendental family of God Shiv, Goddess Parvati and their sons Lord Ganesh and Lord Kartike, all together making for us a transcendental value 75. Now this phenomenon of manifestation of the transcendental grace as a transcendental family of a Lord Shiv of value 75. Let us see that this value 75 is the value of Ekadhikena Purve. Ganita Sutra 1 is a scripture. It is a complete scripture. It is a scripture of 16 letters. It is of pair of formulations, Ekadhikain and Purvain, and 9 plus 7, 16 letters scripture. This text Eka Adhikain Purvain leads us to a value 75. Blissful, very blissful for the sadhakas that the Ganita Sutra 1 text Ekadhikain Purvain as a complete scripture is parallel to the transcendental code value 75, and the same is further parallel to the manifestation of transcendental grace as transcendental family of Lord Shiv, Goddess Parvati, Lord Ganesh and Lord Kartike. And this transcendental grace manifestation as the transcendental family brings us face to face with the transcendental value 75. This value 75 is the value of the 16 letters of Ganita Sutra 1 Eka Adhikain Purve. It would be very blissful that we shall rechase, revisit the text of Ganita Sutra 1 and sequentially as first step to 16th step, as letter A, the sixth vowel, to the letter O, the first vowel. This arrangement, this tabulation will sequentially take us to values 6, 4, 2, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 5, 6, 3, 7, 6, 7, 1, making a total summation value 75. One can make a note here in our Vedic Mathematics referencer in particular, and also in our TCV values dictionary, as that the students who are suspicious or who are raising some sort of doubts because of they being not face to face with the Vedic systems, and when some outsiders who have never been along the format of Ganita Sutras, they go on making some sort of doubts as if Ganita Sutras are the part of Vedic system or not, whether the Ganita Sutras text is a Vedic text or not. For them, the answer will be that if you want to have your own satisfaction, you must be face to face with the Vedic systems, values, formats, as or in particular being the base of 5-space VMST. Shiv Puran is the ancient wisdom textbook of 5-space VMST. Shiv Puran is the ancient wisdom textbook which preserves the whole range of values and features of the transcendental format, of the transcendental phenomenon, of the transcendental flow along the format of a Sthapatya miring rod. The Sthapatya miring rod, we know, is a synthetic setup of hypercubes 1 to 6, the representative regular bodies of 6 space. These representative regular bodies of 6 space are the fourfold manifestation layers. These fourfold manifestation layers are -1, 0, 1 and 2 as the hypercube 1. Then 0, 1, 2, 3 is hypercube 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 is hypercube 3. 2, 3, 4, 5 is hypercube 4. 3, 4, 5, 6 is hypercube 5. And 4, 5, 6, 7 is hypercube 6. Simultaneously, it would be blissful to make a proper note that hypercube 5, the representative regular body of 5 space, is of 11 versions, and these 11 versions of hypercube 5 are the representative regular bodies of 11 geometries range of 5 space. These all features, when in terms of the text Ekadhikein Purve and other text formulations of Shiv Puran, and in particular of the Uma Samhita, at which we are at present for our initiation and for our enlightenment, that takes us to the Devanagari alphabet. The Devanagari alphabet format, as it is a setup of 9 vowels accepting the values 1 to 9, 5 by 5 Varga consonants accepting values 1 to 5, 2 to 6, 3 to 7, 4 to 8, 5 to 9, Anthastha letters 1, 3, 5, 7, Ushmana letters 2, 3, 6, 9, and Yama letters 9 to 16. Now in this background, in this light, let us see that Transcendental Lord, Lord Shiv, a 5-space Lord, and hypercube 5 as the representative regular body of 5 space. Now this transcendental grace is manifesting as a transcendental family of quadruple members: Lord Shiv, Goddess Parvati, Lord Ganesh, and Kartikeya, and they together become and manifest value 75, which is parallel to the transcendental code value of Ganita Sutra 1. Now let us go to the second part. Now Lord Krishna is worshipping transcendental Lord as per the advice of Upamanyu. Now Upamanyu is the formulation which accepts value 31, and this value 31 we know is the synthesis value of the pair of transcendence ranges of linear order. It makes a transcendental carrier. Therefore, Upamanyu takes along the transcendental carriers format. Krishna goes to Upamanyu, the format of transcendental carriers to be carried by the transcendental Lord, and with it the blessings the transcendental grace bestow upon Lord Krishna of value 19 is blessed with the sun Sambh of value 22. This makes a value 41. Let us have a pause here and take note that the hypercube 6 is a fourfold manifestation layer, 4, 5, 6, 7 of value 22. The transcendental grace is bestowed upon Lord Krishna as of value 22. Sambh is sun, and this transcendental grace, when comes to and is manifested in Krishna, then this makes value 41, and this linear synthesis joint of order 1, a linear order value, makes it value 2. It would be blissful that the Ganita Upsutra 1 Anurupen is a formulation of 10 letters, and these 10 letters are leading to the TCV value 42. It is blissful. It is very blissful. We shall sit comfortably. We shall permit the transcending mind to be face to face with this phenomenon. Let us be blissfully face to face with these organization format features of the Vedic systems, which combine, integrate, unify, and have a simultaneous carrying processing steps of the Devanagari alphabet format, the hypercube 5 setup of 11 geometries range and 11 versions of hypercube 5, the synthesis of the Sthapatya miring rod presided by Lord Vishnu, and the Mayer presided by Lord Brahma, and the transcendental values being carried by the transcendental Lord along this Sthapatya miring rod. This phenomenon is the phenomenon which is being the working steps, the processing steps of the Ganita Sutras. Ganita Sutra 1, Eka Adhikain Purvain, is the source of Sutra. Ganita Upsutra 1, Anurupain, is the source Ganita Upsutra. Now we know, we recapitulate, let us refresh that the text of Ganita Sutras as 16 sutras and 13 Upsutras, when make an integrated text, that Ganita Upsutras bridge the gaps between the consecutive sutras. Therefore, Ganita Sutra 1 integrated with Ganita Upsutra 1 makes a smooth transition for the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2. As such, sadhakas who want to trace the processing steps starting with Ganita Sutra 1, reaching up till Ganita Sutra 16, to be bridged in between by the Ganita Upsutra 1 to Ganita Upsutra 13, shall come to the shelter of the transcendental phenomenon along the formate, transcendental flow along the Sthapatya miring rod presided by Lord Vishnu and Mayur presided by Lord Brahma. All these features, all these values are simultaneously working. Therefore, if we want to reach at the manifested organization format of Devanagari alphabet, then we have to begin with the Ganita Sutras combined with the Sthapatya miring rod. If we want to reach at the inner working processes of the Ganita Sutras, then we have to work with the Devanagari alphabet format, hyper Sthapatya miring rod format, and the 11 geometries format of hypercube of 5. And simultaneously, if we want that we shall have an appreciation of the transcendental values of format of the ancient wisdom organization as Shiv Puran, then also we have to simultaneously take shelter of the Ganita Sutras, Devanagari alphabet format, Sthapatya miring rod, hypercube 5 as a 11 geometries range. All these features combined will take us to for a face-to-face with and for a proper comprehension and for proper appreciation as to the enlightenment phenomenon preserved in the first chapter and from here up till the 51st chapter of the Uma Samhita. Therefore, Uma Samhita is the Samhita where from we can simultaneously reach from the starting point of the systems and come back the same point. Now, the linear order setup, which has a beginning and end, transits and transforms into a cyclic orders with the beginning and the end points both have the meet at the same ment. So beginning point is the reach of the end point. This way the domain and boundary are being simultaneously taken. So the Vedic systems work in terms of the space content as space content lump manifesting as a domain fold enveloped within a boundary fold. Therefore, 5 space content as a 5 space domain enveloped within a creative boundary of 10 components becomes the format along which we can process out and reach at the Vedic systems as to how and from where they started should be a beginning, how and they were after and from up till which step there would be end point, and how the system itself folds itself and how the system itself unfolds itself. All these features are there at work in a demonstrable form in the illustrative exercises forms of the enlightenment ranges. Therefore, the sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to have proper insight and to attain appropriate enlightenment about the Vedic systems, how the systems themselves manifest, how the systems themselves permit transcendence therefrom, how the beginning and end meets at the same point, and in normal, modern, classical systems language, how the pi, the curvature can be dispensed with. The Vedic systems have successfully dispensed with the pi by simultaneously handling the domain and a boundary. This formulation a raised to power n is to 2n, a raised to power b n minus 1 is the formulation which helps us work simultaneously, like 5 space as a domain and 4 space as a boundary. Now this is domain of Lord Shiv, and here at the boundary is the domain of the goddess Parvati. Therefore, this value, this format, this transcendental format of a transcendental domain enveloped within a creative boundary is the basic format. If one starts with this format, then one can reach at the from where the things have started manifesting, and one can also reach at up till which the transcendence from these manifested creations will take to. If one works with this logic, if one comprehends this logic, if one is face to face with this logic, if one is mathematically mature enough, if one's intelligence is unfolding and flourishing parallel to the values and features of 5 space format, then these smaller questions like whether Ganita Sutras are part of the text of the Vedic system and Vedic scriptures and Vedic knowledge or not, and whether these sutras are part of the Vedas or not, and like that many other questions, why life and death, how after death there is a life, and how life, death and rebirth cycles, how seed, tree and back to the next generation seed, and many other complex situations unsolvable by the linear logic when are approached in terms of the self-referral spatial order systems of the formats of the Ganita Sutras and of the 5 space VMST, then all those mathematical knots will dissolve of their own. Therefore, let us sit comfortably. Let us permit the transcending mind to be face to face with the format, values and features of hypercube of 5, and as such the prayer, Vedic mathematics prayer, as the text of Ganita Sutras, resulting into the integrated text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras, with Upsutra bridging the gaps of the consecutive sutras and the transcendental meditation, then we can blissfully say that we are urging and our intensity of urge is going to be satisfied. Thank you very much.